Hello everyone, it's Daniel Martin, and finally you have the Golden Trader Program. What is actually Golden Trader Program? It's the blueprint for trading success. It took me 10 years to answer a simple question. Why I am successful trader and 90.9% of people that I've been seeing during 20 years of trading, they are not. I'm not special. I thought I am. I thought, oh yes, Daniel Martin is amazing because blah, blah, blah. No, I got by default, or let's say by the problem I am is that I got dyslexia, dyscalculia, bad memory, I'm distracted constantly. All that make me to make mistakes all the time. So by nature I've been born to do this kind of mistake problem. Doesn't need to actually relate it to trading, but by in the daily life, mistake, solution, problem, solution, so mistake, problem, solution. So I've been actually, by nature, is being create this cycle of constantly fixing myself in the daily basics. So, and I realized that it's the same thing applies for trading. Is that's why I'm a successful trader, because it's constantly question that I make mistakes. What is the problem? What is my solution? So that is the key, is where you can actually find all these solutions for problems is in the Golden Trader Program. But in which way? Because it's not about to find problem solution. It's about what do you do after? What is the next step after? What is it's a consequence of everything you do. Whatever you're thinking, you feeling, and you're doing it. So all that together, it may create the Golden Trader Program. There is more than 5,000 questions. Yes. 5,000 questions that uncover here. So it means you got 5,000 mistakes that will create 5,000 problems, and they will have 5,000 solutions. And this is the Golden Trader Program, but not in any easy way. So let me explain to you how it look now. It's simple. It's 12 elements. Okay. So it took me 10 years. Obviously, so much content, so much data. It takes a long time to actually to understand it. But the key was for me not all the problems and solution. It was what are the sequence to working on it. So I create this, I started from direction all the way to psychology, and there is a reason very important that if you do have you make a mistake, you have a problem, what is the solution? So you ask a question, how do I fix this problem? So that problem maybe actually landed into analysis. The next step is not to go back to back testing, is to forward to risk, then planning, then journaling. You maybe have another question, but you need to finish the cycle, then you go to psychology. Back again, direction, strategy, and back testing. You finish always in psychology, and back again, questioning psychology. Is this fit my personality, fit my lifestyle? That's where you go. The main pillars, you go mastermind, lifestyle, and I call them funding program, but can be brokered, or be funding programs, the last things traders use these days, but you can actually a brokerage or investment banks or whatever you want to call it, is where you make the money. Yeah, so be aware of that. This is how you're using it. For that reasons, what I'm going to do is to show you in this, by the way, this video is just it's a podcast, and you can see me now, but in reality I just going to, it's nothing to be see video, anything, images or anything like that. It's me talking. So I will use a Maria and Peter, two AIs that will help me to working, thinking about my own thinking, to go ahead together. So what is the meaning of that? So they will actually discuss and explain my articles. And if I see something wrong, or I want to add something, I want to make it more clear and make it notes, I will make notes through this podcast. I will explain, I will stop the video, and I will add something or change something or modify something if it's needed live with you guys. Okay, so be aware of this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually play with the podcast with Maria and Peter, and if there is anything else to be added, I will mention, as I mentioned, I will be added. So let's go through this explanation. The main key is to thinking about your thinking, make it clear, and moving forward together. So let's see what happens now.
Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep today into what I think is, well, it's one of the most comprehensive blueprints I've seen for achieving consistency in financial markets. We're talking about the Golden Trader Program, or GTP. Now, if you're like most people who try to learn trading, you're probably started by looking for that, secret strategy.
That magic indicator.
Exactly. The one thing that's going to solve it all. And our mission today is to show you why that approach, well, it almost...
One second, I want to add something at this point, yeah? forgot in my initial presentation, is that this is created for you guys. Don't wasting your time everywhere. I don't promise you here that you're going to be profitable from day one. What I promise is that you're going to learn to be thinking as a trader. That is the first step to become successful as a trader. You will be able to have the right, because you got so much, I'm not gonna say bad words, but you got so much stuff that they are not clear. So you don't know what is right, what is wrong, and who is who to trust. Who am I going to? How do I know this works or not? Well, this is what you're gonna have everywhere. Thousands of YouTubers talking and podcasts and this and that. So you're gonna wasting so much time everywhere. That's ridiculous. So that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you guys to save time, to don't wasting your time everywhere. So I'm just looking for you to move forward as a trader. And only that, if you see that say something is not clear enough, something need to be working more, let me know. We can work together. The key is to say, well, but what about this, Danny? What about that? Well, I think that is not clear enough. Then let me know. I will working on that and I will improve it. The key is to be able to improve together. And that is the key. Is I got the foundation, but doesn't mean we don't need to working on those details to make it more clear for everyone worldwide. So guys, let's continue with the podcast.
Always fails. We're going to distill this highly structured approach of the GTP.
Great.
It's a system that moves far beyond just strategy and instead focuses on all the crucial stuff around it. The mindset, the logistics, the consistency.
The things that separate the career traders from the, let's say, casual gamblers.
That's the perfect way to put it.
What's so fascinating here is that the GTP, it isn't theoretical. It's led by Daniel Martin, and it was born out of this really personal and intensive decade of research.
A whole decade.
Yeah, from 2008 to 2018, the entire framework was designed to answer one, I think, brutally honest question, which was,
why am I consistently profitable and the vast majority of others are not?
wow.
So it's a system built from the ground up to address what the program calls real trading problems, which, are basically the human problems.
And for you, the listener, what that really means is that GTP offers a complete map. They promise these deep insights into what they call the 12 elements of trading mastery.
We can clarify that right away. Those 12 elements, they're the 9 external steps we're about to walk through, combined with 3 core internal pillars.
So the whole framework covers everything from deep psychology to risk management execution. Really the essential components if you want to evolve from just someone who gambles on a trade
into a serious, consistent market professional. It's the difference between, say, trying to win a marathon by only practicing the final sprint.
Right.
Versus building a whole training regimen that covers your diet, your sleep, terrain analysis, pacing. You need the full infrastructure, not just one little technique. That is a perfect analogy. Okay, so let's jump into the overall architecture, because the structure itself is a massive insight into why most people struggle so much. When you first see the GTP model, the most striking thing is that it's circular. It's all interconnected. They just fundamentally reject the idea that trading mastery is some linear checklist you just, complete and you're done.
Exactly. It's a continuous, never-ending cycle of execution and then refinement. You're always circling back.
And that's shown in the diagram, right?
Yep. This dynamic is represented visually by a large outer circle made up of 9 steps. These are the necessary actions, the checkpoints, that force the trader into a state of continuous improvement. If you skip one,
the cycle breaks.
The whole thing falls apart.
Yeah.
And that external cycle, it starts at step 1, direction.
Which is your foundational why.
Precisely. Then you move to strategy, that's step 2. Next up is the crucial validation phase. So that's backtesting, step 3, and analysis, step 4.
Okay, so this is where you actually prove your edge exists. It's not just a good idea.
You have to prove it.
Yeah.
And only once the strategy is validated, then you move to the deployment logistics.
Yeah.
Risk, which is 5, and planning, which is 6.
Wait, hold on a second. I appreciate the structure, but having psychology listed so late in the game, all the way at the end, that seems a little counterintuitive. I mean, if mindset is foundational, shouldn't it come before strategy and all that?
That's a critical question. And it really speaks to the nuance of the cycle. So yeah, step 9 is psychology, but it immediately informs step 1, direction for the next cycle.
Ah, okay.
The way the GTP defines it, those first few steps, 1 through 4, they handle your initial mindset and strategy development. Step 9, psychology, is specifically about psychological repair and optimization.
Based on what just happened.
Exactly, based on the results of the preceding 8 steps.
Yeah.
It's the constant course correction you need after you execute. So after planning, you manage your live performance through journaling, that's 7, then rigorous optimization, which is 8, and then that corrective psychology, step 9, before the whole loop starts again. It's the complete disciplined loop.
So it's not the initial mindset, but the operational psychology of dealing with failure, success, and, deviating from your plan. That makes a lot more sense.
Right.
But even if you just follow those 9 external steps, you'd still be missing the core internal elements, the foundational human infrastructure.
And those internal elements, they form this critical triangle right in the very center of the diagram. If the 9 steps are the engine.
Then this triangle is the fuel, the driver, and the transmission.
You got it. And these 3 internal pillars are the final components needed to complete the total 12 elements of trading mastery.
Okay, so let's break down that inner triangle. What's in there?
The 3 pillars are lifestyle, mindset, and the funding program. What's really key here is how the GPP integrates them. It positions trading success not just on technical market skill, steps 2 through 4, but on aligning these 3 internal pillars with all 9 of the external steps.
That is a huge insight right there. It's not just, hey, do you have a strategy?
No.
It's, does your strategy actually fit your desired lifestyle? Do you have the unshakable mindset to follow it when you're losing money? And do you have the right funding structure to even make the risk worthwhile?
It's the ultimate holistic premortem. I mean, think about it. If your strategy demands you be awake for the volatile European Open at 3 a.m.,
Yeah.
but your lifestyle demands you be fully present for a 9-to-5 job and family time, the system is fundamentally broken from the start.
It doesn't matter how good the entry signals are.
Not at all. The internal structure dictates the external possibility. A misalignment there just guarantees failure.
Okay, speaking of structure, let's really focus in on that very first external step, direction. Because
Okay,
this is
one
where the
second.
listener,
Okay, let's stop here. All right, guys, now before we go into direction and let's go into the details of all of them and to understand each one of them in more details, be aware of that this is not the end of so what I'm trying to first to give you an overview what is the Golden Trader program. Now what we're going to do is for understand that more the reasoning of each element, and we will go into details and more details. What is the meaning of that? We go deep and deeper. So each module, each element have 9 modules, and modules is constantly full of titles too. So it's deeper and deeper on creation. More, it's just knowledge non-stop growing. So it's unbelievable how far you can get to explain things to all of you guys in detail. So because there is so many variations, but it's well organized for all of you to understand perfectly clear how it just is a brutal, fantastic and clear, amazing database of knowledge for all of you to enjoy. So guys, let's continue with the direction on the next podcast. So thank you very much for this to be here with me. So, and if you like it, please comment, and if you like to have any questions, just let me know on the description. I will reply to all of you as soon as I have a time. Bye now, guys.